Compare prices from major booking sites on Trivago and score a great deal. Hotel Trivago.
This program is brought to you in part by Etsy. You're not boring, so why buy boring? Shop Etsy.com.
What up, Tube Looker?
Discover one-of-a-kind pieces from one-of-a-kind makers. Live an original. Etsy.
She's feeling the power of Listerine.
Hey, Jordan.
Yep, them too. It's an invigorating rush, zapping millions of germs in seconds. But that one-of-a-kind whoa, which leaves you feeling Listerine.
Be happy. So Bree's over in Jamie's chat telling them that my mods Photoshop shit with her name on it.
Yep, they're constantly refreshing.
Oh yeah, she says I'm a bitch. She worked for a federal job. Bitch ain't never worked a day in her life talking about she worked for a federal job. Some people believe their own fucking lies. Nobody went after Bree. Bree said she worked a federal job, be happy. That my mods Photoshop shit and put her name on top of it. Did she or did she not come in here and say that people were talking in her phone? What up, Sarah? Did she or did she not come in here every day and say people were talking in her phone to her?
And this is bad.
Who said? Who cares?
Me plenty.
She just called me a bitch and everything else, trying to act like a badass in Jamie's chat over there. I said, she said, I jumped when you said jump. Bullshit.
It is a prescription-only treatment and is not protected in most people allergic to its ingredients.
Yeah, then she said, guess I was doing this. She said I was doing it. And then she fucking went to Isaac, and Isaac showed her that it was her doing it, and then she ran. All kind of shit. Did she or did she not put out Alexis's shit? She says she don't shark on the dark web. She's the one that told me she brought Alexis there. Which one is it? All I want her to do is leave me alone. So you know what she says? I bought you cigarettes. Okay, I bought you meds. What does that mean? Because y'all do something for somebody, I'm going to kiss your ass? Yes, she did. A bunch of dirty shit. And then ran like a bitch. How many times she told me Jamie was on Twitter telling her to go kill herself? Yeah. I do too. I got a bad headache. Good. I'm glad to hear your daddy's doing good. Yeah, Loyalty came in there behind me. We left together. She gonna sit there trying to fucking act like she ain't never done nothing. Oh, everybody always attacked her. She didn't do nothing. She didn't call me at 3 o'clock in the morning threatening me on the telephone. You gave out my number. You sang my number. Yup. 1 to the 5 to the 1 to the 6. I can do it now with my dick. Damn right, I own my shit, bitch. I've been cleaning up water all night. I'm tired. Call me a beggar. She called me the fucking, I don't know. Basically, I'm a drop foot. Can't do shit. Can't buy cigarettes. Oh yeah, you should have heard it. Sorry, I don't have Esther go to the store and steal for me. Esther, I need some butter. Some macaroni, some hamburger meat. You fucking idiots.
She's even left a note. The message sounds like a final farewell.
She left behind this note written in Spanish to the children. The letter talks about how she's leaving and she's...
I didn't do anything to her. Anything I've ever said, I've said fucking live. I don't fucking do shit behind people's back.
I'll talk to him later.
As far as I'm concerned, Evie's reaction is...
Tina makes me do these things. Tina made me call all the way from New York to South Carolina. She came to my house and sat in the driveway and said, pick up the phone, bitch. Dial this number now. And if you don't, I'm coming in your house and fucking your ghost. Yabba dabba doo time. Jamie Street. Oh, it was lovely. And then here comes fucking Queenie. Who let Tuna in here? Queenie, shut the fuck up. Butter teeth. Who you calling names to? Who you calling names to? Hey, Pitbull. Call me a fucking beggar. Call me all kind of shit, Bo. And let me tell you, she could talk all that shit because Redneck and them were over there support, looking out for her. But at the end of the day, you could only do it on the fucking internet. You couldn't do it in my face, bitch.
Cousin Miriam urges the boys to call the
Tina's lying! Tina's lying! Woo-hoo-hoo. Shut the fuck up. You're such a nasty person. She don't care about herself, never mind anybody else. You call me what you want, I don't give a fuck.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, God. I'm sorry I don't live in my grandparents' home for free.
My dad came back and we all kind of had a family meeting and we let him know what we had done. We filed a missing persons report. The next day, shortly after Juan Watson makes the missing persons report, Ontario police detectives go over to the Watson home to try and ferret out what's going on.
So, prior to the argument, she was in good spirits? Yeah.
During the course of talking to him, he consents to allow them to sort of look around.
Does she know anyone else in Vegas? Friends? Family? No. Nobody.
And as they look through the house, they find nothing that raises suspicion.
We located a...
No, I sure don't. My phone ain't got ink in it. It fucking zaps. It goes on and off, all kinds of shit. She's a liar.
The gun that was located in the bedroom was examined by one of the officers there, and it was a very old gun and had not been fired in a long time.
Since there's no history of violence in this marriage, there's no reason to suspect foul play.
As far as we can tell, there wasn't any reported domestic violence or anything like that. I know, talking to the kids, that he probably disciplined them, physically disciplined them, or stuff, but we never heard anything about him striking his wife.
But when police search John's car, they find some things that pique their interest.
They found inside the Jeep a number of cleaning supplies. There was plastic sheeting that was cut. There were trash bags. As soon as we looked into the back of the SUV, there was blood. There was blood on a piece of cardboard and what appeared to be blood on a piece of carpet.
Look at this.
And there was blood on the seatbelt and blood in various areas of the car.
According to John, there's an innocent explanation for the bloodstain.
He had some property in the right front seat of the car, so Evie was right in the back seat. And while she was sitting in the back seat, she opened a plastic container with flashlights.
What happened?
Well,
Here, take this.
While Evie was trying to open that, she actually cut her finger, and it started to bleed.
Yeah, I'm not computer savvy at all.
Band-aids in the back.
No.
John's explanation reassures the boys that Evie will soon be found alive and well.
So we just hope the missing persons report will work. We were very optimistic that we would find her because she was a strong woman and she could make out wherever she was going.
But hope may not be enough.
The moment they looked at it, they went, hey, there's a guy wearing a bad disguise. We had a surveillance team on him 24/7.
Big game today. Everybody ready? Alexa, ask Luke to start my enclave.
Starting your favorite enclave.
I just love our new Alexa.
Dad, I get to view it.
I love that new Alexa smell.
It's a Buick.
I don't blame you, sweet lady tiger. I've been going through it too.
Nearest grocery store. Getting directions.
It was crazy. She wouldn't stop.
Don't make me turn this Alexa
She said
around.
bitch, called me a bitch, a cunt, all kind of shit. Should have seen it. She thought she was a real tough guy. I told her to give a kiss to Esther for me. I was busy all night sucking up water. My back is killing me. My hands are tired. I need a Coca-Cola. And that's a wrap for the day. I'll do some more later. Shit. I like the way you work it. Yeah, she was sick. Yeah, remember that? For days.
Migraine attacks? You can't always avoid triggers.
My toilet broke in my dad's bathroom, flooded out both rooms. I had to get a plumber over here. It cost me everything I had. $300-something damn dollars.
That's what's going on inside. Qulipta pill gets right to work to prevent migraine attacks and keeps them away over time. Qulipta blocks CGRP, a protein believed to be a cause of migraine attacks. Qulipta is a preventive treatment.
Yes.
What's common side effects of nausea, constipation, and tiredness? Learn how AbbVie can help.
I went out and mowed grass to get my mortgage money up because I want to make sure I keep up. And the toilet broke from underneath the hose. It flooded out my dad's bathroom. Toilet was broke. I had to get a plumber over here at 3 o'clock in the morning. It cost me over $300 plus a picture with him because he's an angry grandpa fan. What's up, Alec?
A revolutionary new way to take control of hot flashes and night sweats.
I've been sucking up water for over a day and a half now. Well, yeah, about a day and a half. The toilet was too old. It broke from underneath. It broke from underneath.
It just works. Buy now and a risk-free guarantee ensures you love it for your money back. Order yours now at
1 o'clock in the morning.
Instead of putting your taste in words, we're putting it in a story. Stitch Fix. We're so new.
Yep, I know. I remember that UK girl. Absolutely.
To get $20 off of your first purchase.
She wanted to dox his shit.
Moves fast, and now you can too.
She's not worthy of shit.
If your oral treatment is right for you. Oral treatments can be taken at home and
Ooh,
must be
wow.
taken within 5 days from when symptoms first appear.
Oh, absolutely. Prayers to your aunt.
Even if they're mild, don't wait. Get tested quickly. If you test positive and are at high risk for severe disease, act fast. Ask if an oral treatment is right for you. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too.
This is Coley, my foster family. When I first started fostering Coley, I had been giving him kibble. It never looked or felt like real food, but with the farmer's dog, you can see the pieces of turkey. It smells like actual food. I saw a difference almost overnight. Healthy poops, healthy dog, right? His age, he's still quite energetic and youthful. I really attribute that to diet. You know, he's my buddy. My job is to keep my buddy safe and happy.
Get started at longliveddogs.com.
Detectives pay John Watson a visit after his wife Evie vanishes in Las Vegas. And as their search continues, they find more questions than answers.
During the search of the car, in addition to blood, we start finding personal property. We find some receipts to various places in Las Vegas. We find room keys to the Circus Hotel and to the Tuscany Inn and Suites.
John had told us that he was at the Circus, so we thought it was a bit unusual to have receipts from 2 different hotels.
I like to gamble. Go to a lot of casinos.
So based on that, we didn't feel comfortable letting John go.
On their arrival at the police station, investigators find a reason to keep him in custody.
Take a look at this. Everyone that comes into the jail is searched and their property's inventory to make sure they get back what they brought in.
And during the search, they find 2 false identification cards in his wallet.
I can explain that. He's back again.
And so once they find those, they have probable cause for a forgery charge.
John does not explain the false IDs, and 2 days later, he posts bail.
On a crime that could either be classified as a misdemeanor or a felony, such as possession of counterfeit driver's license, they will release somebody on their own or allow them to bail out.
Meanwhile, the search for Evie is coming up empty. John and Evie's sons are left to fend for themselves.
I left you some money in the cookie jar. You need to make sure you eat properly, alright?
He said he's going to try to go up to Vegas again to try to look for my mom.
He embarked on this nomadic lifestyle where he was traveling around on public transportation, taking buses, staying in cheap hotels.
It was very abrupt for all of us, but just especially for me, it just completely changed the...
Yeah, she's got CRS, can't remember shit. Good one.
But they're starting to have their doubts.
My mother, she did have a temper on her, but she wasn't stupid. She would make the right decision to contact us. She loved us.
It seems to me that if I'm one of Evie's sons, I'm deeply concerned about the fact that we haven't heard from her for a while, because regardless of the status of Evie and John's marriage, she always seemed to have very close ties and connections to the sons.
Who's Jose Roman?
Very confusing for the
I can't help it, man. I'm so fucking sleepy. I gotta give me a 5 hour or something. That's, you know, I'm so poor. I gotta drink water.
John has always been a good guy. He's family oriented. He just threw her a party. He took her away to Vegas.
This is I let you guys do what you want in yours. No disrespect, Jamie, but Bree's not doing that to us. She's brought us down a road. There is no coming back. Right before you got here 2 months ago, she went to Isaac, started a bunch of shit on us again, and we have to address it because my mods didn't do anything to her, and I will not let my mods let her run around here telling people that my mods did something to her.
Anyone by the name of John Watson knows AKAs.
My mods are in their 60s, 50s, 60s, grown-ass women.
Joseph Nunez had a dude checked into the Tuscany and rented 2 rooms.
Sorry. Bree's not gonna clown on me. I'm done looking out for her. I've done it too many years. I've known Bree since 2016. I'm done. She ain't gonna make me look fucking stupid, calling me a bitch and a cunt and all kind of shit. Yeah, hell no.
When Vegas police watch the Tuscany hotel security footage,
I have mental health issues too, but just because I don't use them to my advantage on YouTube doesn't mean I don't have them. What's up, Flower?
They looked at it, they went like, hey, there's a guy wearing a bad disguise. And what they realized is this person checking in was John Watson wearing a disguise. He was wearing a dark wig and mustache and walking with a cane using the fictitious driver's license and name.
Hey!
and it's what they find inside room 120.
This is how lies get started. That's how Isaac got involved in a lot of shit, because she'd go to him behind the scenes. This is 2 months ago. This is not fucking 2 years ago.
120. They searched the room and found what?
12.5 years? That's all he got, Flower? Wow.
The carpet up, they found that the padding was also soaked with blood.
Josh Duggar, something else.
Has no blood.
That was clear.
It was the first time that we felt we had the crime scene. That was a significant part of our investigation to this trouble.
John is now the prime suspect in the disappearance of his
Me
wife,
too,
Evie.
Pitbull, absolutely.
For a week.
I know, I understand, Jamie. Yeah, Pitbull, you're right. It's sad.
We had a surveillance team on him 24/7.
He manages to dodge police for a while.
I think that he became aware that we were surveilling him.
Of course they're gonna appeal it.
Using what we would call
They were trying to give him 5 years.
At one point, we pulled out the freeway on a pretty desolate stretch and watched cars, and he was using the binoculars. So once that happened, the whole rest of our surveillance of him was very difficult because he started driving real crazy, real high speeds, trying to just get away from us or just run us from us.
Thinking he's shaken off his tail, John drives up to Northern California, where police become even more convinced that Evie is dead and that John is involved.
Old soul.
They followed him to a dump site, I think it's called the Fairview dump, where people routinely dump concrete and that sort of thing, way up north in Northern California.
I have sit here and put up with this shit for years. She'll come to me and say one thing, go somewhere else.
Large piece of cheap plastic. plastic.
All right, Queenie. All right. I appreciate it. All right.
It was
I got it.
significantly covered in blood. You could just smell the rotting blood. They flipped it
12.5 years for all he did. That ain't enough.
DNA testing and all that stuff.
To kill him within 10 days, my heart hurts for those kids. Absolutely. You send your kids to school to get an education, and they don't come home because somebody had a bad day and went and killed all those kids? That's crazy. That's disgusting. That's sickening.
His financial records, we learned that he had made purchases in downtown Las Vegas. One, which was a bandsaw, which was the type of saw that woodcutter might use. He also bought large sheeting of plastic. He bought plastic gloves, bleach, deodorizer spray, trash can bags, and incense.
Even though they haven't found Evie's body and can't prove she's dead, police have enough evidence to issue a warrant for the arrest of John Watson. Only he slips away.
Tuna! Tuna!
And police assembled around the hotel room, and they were sure that he was up in there in his room, and they all stormed in to get him, and he was gone.
And got her son back and murdered him within 10 days. Yup, that's crazy. That's not, who does that?
After I got out of the course, and he took it upon himself to tell me about a little bit of his history.
Look,
Your dog like food?
you're gonna hear some things about me soon. I'd rather you hear it from me than from anybody else. I want you to know what the truth is, okay?
He talked about his son, the one before all of us kids, and how he made threats to the president and all these crazy stories at the time that turned out to be true.
Police later confirmed John's stories with his first wife, and she reveals some
Absolutely, Flower. Absolutely.
In our conversation, she told me that John was arrested by the Secret Service for making threats to then President Nixon. We confirmed that he actually was.
Oh, shut up. I don't give a fuck about Bree, and I don't give a fuck about you, bitch. She left here. That's all that matters to me, so get the fuck out of here.
Took him to South America.
18 months.
The story was found to be true.
Wow.
She said when he came back to Texas that he actually burned their house down. We confirmed that story was true.
I don't have to accept my fucking fate. I don't give a fuck about her. I don't give a fuck about you. How about that? I know she left here. That's all that matters to me. How about that? I don't give a fuck she stays on YouTube. I don't have the right to tell people to leave YouTube. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Unlike y'all motherfuckers.
Where he kidnapped a girl and murdered her. He confesses to them, and they take him out to the field, but they're never able to find him.
I don't give a fuck if she leaving or staying. She ain't gonna be in boss up.
But John still serves time on the arson charge.
He went to prison for a short period of time, and then after he got out of prison, he was a math teacher for 30 years.
Function f of x is defined as f equals
Right.
49
At
minus...
the end of
Yeah,
his
look at it.
confession to his youngest son,
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
you.
I need that sock in the middle of the room, too. Right there on the floor, right there. The pink one.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but your mother shot herself.
Bipolar depression. It made me feel trapped.
I gotta take my beetroot.
Stories of bipolar depression. I just couldn't.
I know, right? Be happy.
Bipolar depression can take
It looked like it rained in my house. I don't need no more water.
Real difference in your symptoms. Latuna was proven to significantly reduce bipolar depression symptoms, and in clinical studies had no substantial impact on weight. This is where I want to be.
EXE!
Behavior changes or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these insurance...
Send me a drink. Send me a drink, EXE.
Risk of death or stroke. Report fever, confusion, stiff or uncontrollable muscle movements, which...
Tina D.
These are darkness.
Don't give a fuck about Bree.
Ask your doctor if Latuna is right for you. Pay as little as $0 for your first prescription. The first beach towel you ever...
Wow, I'll be happy. I want to see a beaver.
Extra large, and it's unique in SeaWorld. But it's not just a beach towel. It's your adventure towel that travels light. Your rainy day towel that dries fast. Perfect for summer days.
Yes, give me a Coca-Cola, please.
And we donate towels.
Yes, go get me one, EXE.
So the best towel under the sun supports the best causes under the sun. And that's why you'll love your sink. Who said you have to starve yourself to lose weight? Who's telling me this?
Yeah, about a 5 hour too, yes.
Who said
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
An FDA-cleared gun-controlled weight management aid for adults with a BMI of 25 to 40 when combined with diet and exercise. Plenty helps you feel fuller and eat less. It is a prescription treatment and is
Angel.
or if you're allergic to its ingredients.
Thank you, be happy. Angel.
You deserve a better credit score.
Hey, Miss Kitty, how are you?
Well, because with everyday purchases and on-time payments, things can happen a lot easier.
Can I have my sack on the floor? Alright. I can't believe he's seen them. He's seen them rock stars. On the floor right down there. Yeah, okay. Bad. Bad. We had a flood in the house. Fucking had to have a plumber come over at 2 o'clock in the morning. After I went out in this hot sun and earned my money. It's all gone. So we're back to drinking water and ice.
This is Frank. Frank is
Dad's toilet broke in his bathroom.
the type of best friend who becomes
And he was an angry grandpa fan, so I got $35 off the deal. That ain't much when it was $300 and something dollars. Shit! That's alright. That's alright. I'll eat beetroots. They have a bad smell to them though when you pass gas.
What?
Yep.
Veggie, no thank you.
Yeah.
Meet Andy Swim. Andy, you know perfect, doesn't have this one.
Oh.
That's the point in life that'll make you shine. Andy suits fit so well. It'll feel like you're already here. Find your Andy at Andy Swim.
Okay. How's my Braden doing? AGP fans, shut the fuck up. I paid for my fucking plumbing, you dumb motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. Here's a Tina fan too, bitch. What the fuck got wrong with you? I don't call up a fucking place and, hey, are you a fan of AGP? Could you come fix my plumbing? Get the fuck out of here. You sound fucking stupid. You fucking nomad.
You have so much to be happy. Make it feel more.
His son was like, Dad, that's Tina! Shut up. And I got him some work with the lady at the store, too. Yeah.
Saturday on the Nightcap with Carlos King, Tamar Braxton from Braxton Family Values and Chef Garcia Sabor from the Great Soul Food Cookouts.
You could have paid my bill for me. That would have been great.
Police close in on John Watson, the prime suspect in the disappearance of his wife, Evie. While John, in a surprise visit to see his son, Richard, makes an excuse.
Just to harass us. I know. Isn't it fun? Wrinkled up bitch. The only thing wrinkled is my ass cheeks.
I didn't kill her. Richard.
They were at the Tuscany Hotel and Evie was in the shower. And he ran to the room.
Yeah, I gotta get a fire stick too so that I can fucking get rid of this cable.
While she was in the shower, he rinsed her off. He panicked, and then he admitted to cutting her up. And because he thought he was going to get blamed for it, he disposed of the body.
John says Evie killed
Mom,
herself
go get
because
Chippy.
She couldn't live with what she had done after John had admitted to having cancer.
Because he was impotent, Evie had...
I already paid for the broken toilet. I already paid the plumber to fix the toilet. Now, I'm just gonna have to do things differently so I can pay my goddamn other bill that was due with it. If you don't like it, fuck off!
She shot herself. She's dead.
I was dumbfounded. I had no idea what to make of it. I couldn't really speak. It was very disturbing.
Richard contacts the police, who do not buy John's bizarre account of Evie's death. And with the help of a wiretap, They're closing in on their suspect.
We actually pinged his phone to the city of Claremont, which is a city very close to Ontario. We were listening to a live phone call, and the person who was actually monitoring that call felt that he was in a restaurant based on things he could hear. So we sent a bunch of detectives to the area, located a Denny's restaurant, saw him sitting inside.
Here comes the rain. I thought about that when that water. I got duct tape trying to tape that fucking shit, that hose to get it from stop leaking.
When he was arrested was a bus ticket to El Paso, Texas.
He had a fake ID, a disguise, and several $1,000s in cash, and it looked like he was trying to flee the country.
El Paso is a major crossing from Texas into Mexico, and he was fleeing the jurisdiction. There's no question about that. They brought us into the police station, and that's when a detective came into the room and told us that our mother's dead, and that my dad's responsible.
Your mother's gone. And your father was the one who murdered her.
I just destroyed our toilet. What the fuck? Probably took a shit. I don't know. He don't know about mine because I don't talk to him.
Cried together and support each other.
Exactly. So many problems. I know. So many problems. Me and Albert don't even know where we're going to be living from day to day, what we're eating from day to day. And kids lost their lives. Parents don't have their children. Fucking, it's ridiculous. They'd rather come on YouTube and just harass people.
The blood in the plastic we found, the blood in the hotel room was all Evie Watson's. That tarp ultimately matched up to the unused portion of tarp that was found in the back of John Watson's vehicle. And later on, there was a small piece of tissue, likely a ligament, that was confirmed to be Evie's ligament by DNA.
Forensic analysis also reveals the murder weapon.
We ended up getting a gun because the kids brought it in, didn't want to have it in the house. And ultimately, down the barrel of that gun, there was what we call blowback, blood of Evie Watson that was inside the barrel of the gun. By the time we got all of the evidence together, there was no question that Evie was dead, and no question that John Watson committed the crime.
Now, prosecutors need to flesh out their theory.
Learn to have free movement inside and out of the room quickly, where not a lot of people would see it.
What we are doing here, John? I thought we were going to Circus.
Well, we are, but I have one more surprise for you first.
Another one? Okay, let me go to the washroom first.
John somehow convinced her to get into room 120, and once she was inside, John took the .22 and shot her in the head. He likely packed her in dry ice for a period of time. Then he went and purchased a bandsaw, and then ultimately he dismembers her body. Room 118 was a buffer. He had both rooms so that he could do what he needed to do inside room 120 without being heard. The majority of the blood that's inside that vehicle is due to seepage after he dismembered the body and placed her into the plastic bags.
He had left his phone on in his hotel room and driven southbound on the 15 with her phone, making those calls to his phone to build up a fake trail of her leaving Las Vegas with his supposed friend she had found who was going to take her to Guatemala.
And John's motive for killing Evie was simple.
It's Evie. Get yours.
He thinks she's going to leave him. He tells her because he does not want to let her happen with him.
Sorry, I'm just saying, I hope it works out.
In the state of California, you had to pay alimony and give her half of his assets. That would be a good chunk of change.
It's very shocking to discover that a person like John, who seemed like this mild-mannered math teacher, has a history of being a kidnapper, an arsonist. He's even threatened a president. And so what that tells me is
that he has the sociopathy where he is able to fool people, that he can become a chameleon and turn himself into whatever he thinks he needs to.
Because your sister lives up a hill, your internet sucks? Damn.
And that's why he really thought that he could get away with this as well.
John seems to be somebody who looks at other people and relates to other human beings as objects. And we can see sort of an arc now from his marriage to Evie all the way back all those years ago, all the way up to now, where we've learned all these other things that he's done in his life. And we can see that this is a guy who treats people like things, does what he feels is necessary to get what he wants from other people.
In 2010, at the age of 70, John Watson is found guilty of Evie's murder.
He got the death penalty for the first degree murder and kidnapping of his wife. We were told during the course of the case that John
it switches to 3G, okay.
And wouldn't survive much longer, and 8 years later he's still here.
John never discloses the location of Evie's body, meaning her 3 sons cannot bury her.
We couldn't have a proper funeral for her, so we ended up getting a memorial done by parents of murdered children, and we visit that every Mother's Day if we can. Even today, if I walk around the area, they still say you're Evie's boy. And she was such a joy. She was such a great person to have around.
I think she was the most wonderful human being. She was a wonderful mom.
Kelly Osbourne and Punky Harrod are just a couple of teenagers in love.
Punky was like head over heels with her. I mean, I was like, you're in love or you're obsessed. And she seemed the same way toward him. She was like our own daughter.
Until an adventurous couple from the local speedway drives their marriage off track.
There was more going on than just friendship.
And soon they find themselves in a fast lane to trouble.
He was very, very strong and crazy.
We were chasing lots of dead ends, just proving who actually did the killing.
Love may be blind and marriage bliss, but divorce is murder. Wichita, Kansas, the air capital of the world, is an industry town through and through.
Oh, it's a big town. You got Boeing, Bombardier, you got Beach and Spirit, Cessna. So you got them all around.
In a working-class neighborhood,
Use your home, use laptop and home Wi-Fi.
Better known as Punky, grows up in an aviation family. Even at the age of 17, Punky towers over most everyone. He's 6'2" and 250 pounds.
He wasn't afraid of anything. He played hard, he liked to play with bigger kids. And if somebody wanted to fight, he'd fight.
Punky has a soft side as well.
He was real shy.
And don't mess me about.
He kind of mumbled.
Oh, wow.
He wouldn't look at you.
He was big, intimidating looking, but he was a big old teddy bear.
He spends most of his free time at 81 Speedway, a local racetrack.
It was his hobby, kind of. He loved racing. He loved watching racing.
Hey, Gilbert, look at this awesome.
And when he's not at the track, he hangs out with his best friend, Gilbert.
I really love this.
It's through him that Punky meets the girl of his dreams.
So how are you?
Yeah.
I'm pretty good. He thought she looked like Danny Moore. And that's what his attraction to her.
Wait! Punky went running after the car. Hey! What's up?
You want to go up?
Yeah, alright, sure.
Her name is Kelly.
Make those special brownies.
She's 15 and already a bit of a heartbreaker.
I'd always see guys looking at her. I mean, she was the type of girl, if you see her walking down the road, they would, they'd always catch a glimpse or look at her.
I did not know what to think of her because she was real quiet and she seemed really nice and everything, but it seemed like there was more layers behind that.
While Kelly comes from the same working class background as Punky, her home life is far from stable.
her mom and dad were divorced, and her mom was remarried, and her dad was remarried, and they both lived in Wichita, or around in the surrounding area.
Punky is immediately smitten with Kelly. There's just one problem. Kelly's with Gilbert, Punky's best friend.
Kelly and Gilbert dating, kind of, sort of, off and on, and they were friends too,
But the relationship
Peanut butter cake?
is serious. Kelly soon drops Gilbert. for
Okay.
Punky.
She dated all of their friends, which to me that's how it was. Just kind of keep it in the circle of friends.
But while Gilbert may still have feelings for Kelly, he and Punky managed to stay friends.
Him and Gilbert were, best buddies all over again.
They were still hanging together. They went to school, went around a lot. Punky had a car, Gilbert did, all day.
Once Punky and Kelly start dating, their relationship quickly turns serious.
They just seemed to get along great. They was always joking, hitting on each other, playing around.
Punky was like, hey,
Yeah, you're right. Always Pitbull.
I was like, you're in love or you're obsessed.
2 years later, the young couple marries in an intimate ceremony in Texas, where most of Punky's relatives live.
Kelly was all excited. Punky was all happy and chipper, and my dad even got a suit. My dad does not wear suits.
The newlyweds settle in Andover, just outside Wichita, where Punky works as a janitor at a local high school. At his parents' request, Punky takes in his cousin George, who's been hanging out with a bad crowd.
When I moved in with Punky, it was, pretty much took me under his wing.
Money's tight, but they make ends meet.
Him working at the school, he wasn't there making a lot of money. So I knew I had to go look for a job and try to help him out because I knew it was trouble.
Punky spends most of his time at work, while Kelly stays home, often with George, who is careful to keep his distance. The same can't be said for all of Punky's friends, especially one, Kelly's ex, Gilbert.
He told Punky that, hey, I came to see George, but he never talked to me. He would never talk to me, and he'd always, go try to, talk to Kelly or whatever. I had some kind of suspicion about it. Well, maybe he still does like her because he's around here a lot.
Psychotherapist Stacy Kaiser and forensic psychologist Brian Russell think the couple are flirting with trouble.
I find it really strange that Punky's allowing Kelly's ex-boyfriend to be around. It makes me wonder if he's sort of a glutton for punishment. I mean, she had feelings for him once before, and she could have feelings for him again.
It can be a volatile mix when you have one
Peg
person
leg.
who tends to be
Yeah,
sort of
Peggy
flirtatious,
leg.
and you have another
Can't we
person
spell
who
it right?
tends to be jealous, fairly easy.
You act like that hurts my feelings. I like my peg leg.
Previous partner seems
Yep.
to sort of be hanging around in their lives is a potential red flag for Punky and Kelly's relationship going forward.
I worry about Kelly and Punky's relationship because Kelly's a flirt. She likes a lot of attention, and Punky doesn't like her getting that attention. And so I begin to wonder, how is he going to stop it? What's he going to do? And will he end up really angry?
For now, everything's rosy. 7 months into the marriage, the couple gets some great news.
Lisa, wake up, wake up. I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? He's like, Kelly's pregnant.
I can't believe myself. She just told me the news. Kelly just told me that we're gonna have a baby.
He said, well, we're going out for a celebration breakfast at McDonald's, because that's all I can afford right now.
He was excited. They were both excited.
Look, Kelly, look what parents brought us.
Just over a year after they get married, their first daughter is born.
They're great parents. Punky always had a baby. I mean, he's a teddy bear. When he was home, it was nothing but the baby.
They have their second child a year later.
He was good with the kid. He played with him all the time, and he was always real close to him.
With 2 young children, Punky and Kelly need more space. The couple buys their first home in the rural community of Rose Hill. Being so far from the city means Kelly is tethered to the house and kids.
She was always at the house, either cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids. She never went out. She never did anything. She was always home.
And while Kelly stays at home, Punky spends more and more of his free time at 81 Speedway.
I know. Fuck that Shadow Man shit. Nobody cares about that.
Two new friends, Jerry Trussell, a local mechanic, and his girlfriend, Tammy. Jerry is 10 years older than Punky, who seems to look up to him.
Jerry was into racing as well, and Punky's like, but this guy, he's pretty cool, you'll like him, he's awesome.
Jerry was very knowledgeable on cars. His official line of work being an auto mechanic.
Jerry introduces Punky to a dangerous new variety of stock car racing, cruiser car racing. Unlike regular stock cars, cruiser cars require a co-pilot. And so Punky takes his love of the racetrack to the next level by becoming a driver.
I know, so scared.
And one works the gas, and you go to town. If you don't go together, if your sequence ain't right, you have a problem.
Punky and Jerry start racing together, and perhaps because it's such an intense game of trust, they become fast friends.
We'll watch some races, it'll be fun. Punky was more. I think he's a better driver than Jerry was. They wasn't afraid to speed.
Punky and Jerry buy a car together as soon as they can afford.
Tornado warning?
They bought an old clunker.
I don't know what this world's coming to.
He painted his...
All I can tell you is brace yourself, enjoy every day, because it's not promised to you.
Left out. It doesn't last. Soon she grows close with Tammy.
The girl and Tim and Kelly got along fine. They were just always talking or drinking and building around.
You know how you get two of them together and they discuss, oh, my husband, they complain about their husbands together.
But the new couple is about to steer them in the wrong direction.
Jerry was running a chop shop here in Wichita.
There was more going on than just friendship.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too, by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Oral treatments can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days when symptoms first appear. If you have
Yeah, I gotta go mow a couple grasses here in a little bit.
Don't wait. Get tested quickly. If you test positive and are at high risk for severe disease, act fast.
I'm still using the man next door's lawnmower. I can't wait to get my own.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too.
This is Frank.
Hey, Frank.
Is my best friend. The type of best friend who becomes family. I do my best to take care of Frank and give him
You go bye-bye, Angel?
to be healthy and happy.
Bye-bye.
I choose James because it's made with real, clean ingredients, packed with premium proteins like organic chicken and powered by superfoods. I take
Look at a rainbow? Absolutely.
because that's what family is.
Big game today. Everybody ready? Alexa, ask Duke to start my enclave.
Starting your favorite enclave.
I just love our new Alexa.
Dad, it's a Buick.
I love that new Alexa smell.
It's a Buick.
We need to add to the team. Alexa, take
My wheelchair is broken. Remember, I broke it near Cindy's house.
It's a Buick.
I was coming down that hill.
Don't make me turn this Alexa around.
Oh, my.
In a minute. Store. Yeah, I get some stuff. What y'all doing? Can you make me a bagel? Alright, thank you. Appreciate it. What else you need? You good? Okay. Huh? No. I gotta get something for dinner. I don't know how I'm gonna go out and mow the grass first. Just make me a bagel for now. I'll eat that.
Bipolar depression. It made me feel trapped in a fog.
This is art inspired by real stories of bipolar depression.
Oh, yes.
For those with bipolar
Yes,
depression,
yes, 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 yes.
a tutor can make a real difference in their symptoms. Significantly reduce bipolar depression symptoms, and in clinical studies had no substantial impact on weight.
This is where I want to be.
Call your doctor about some behavior changes or suicidal thoughts.
We can do it.
And adults. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Report fever, confusion, stiff throat, controllable muscle movements, which may be life-threatening or permanent. These aren't all the serious side effects.
Now, come back where I belong.
Ask your doctor if Latuda is right for you. Pay as little as $0 for your first prescription. Would you salute with a Hades curse?
I mean, the whole town people stoned me as a bit of a buzzkill, right? So she ordered sunglasses with one-day delivery. She's actually from America. Yes, America.
Oh, my hair is starting to feel good. I've been using this detoxified. I've been detoxifying my hair. Like with all the medicines I took, they got a shampoo you can use to get all the out because my hair was drying out and fucking falling off. But now it's so pretty. Woo! Oh yeah, do that, please do. Tell them to bring some soda with them in a 5-hour when they come. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Send that to me. I don't give a fuck. Please do. Hurry up.
Sometimes people don't recognize when their doctors suggest that they go to a provider that they have a choice. Make the right choice.
I think I might do that. I might change forward brace. It looks like they got better brace prosthetics. I might do it.
Punky and Kelly Harrod get married young, and with 2 young kids, they're struggling to make ends meet. Still, they're managing to have some fun.
I use a new conditioner with coconut in it.
Some new friends at the local speedway. But
Yep.
Punky's hobby is starting to wear on the marriage.
It seemed like it started deteriorating. I just didn't get along with much.
They got into it one day, and he grabbed her arm because she had hit him in the nuts. And he grabbed her hair, and I said, hey, what the hell is going on? And he goes, I didn't mean to do that. And then they really started arguing. And I said, you guys need to chill out.
Not all their arguments are about the mundane. Rumor has it, Kelly may be cheating on Punky.
Friends said when they would go over to Punky's house, waiting on him to get off of work to hang out, you know, she would come on to them.
Most of the rumors center around Gilbert, who still seems interested in Kelly.
Gilbert was always over there. There were some times I'd show up and, after work, and Punky wouldn't be there, but he'd be there.
Punky suspects something is going on. Though he can't be sure, it's enough to set him on edge.
What do you mean? I don't understand you.
You get mad about it. He was jealous.
Things get so bad, police are repeatedly called to the house. And on more than one occasion, Kelly walks out on Punky. But she always comes home.
Anybody home?
Early in the new year, Punky comes home to find his wife and children gone.
Anybody?
And this time, she's not coming back.
Anybody home?
He called me at lunch, upset. Kelly's gone. Where's she at? She got fighting. No. Where'd she go? Didn't know.
Okay, that Kay left me. She took the kids. I can't believe it.
She was just gone. There was no warning, nothing. There was no major fight or nothing that made her take off. It was just, boom, she was gone. And the kids with her.
He was frantically running all over town. Threatened to kill himself.
They can be happy.
We'd go looking for her. We could talk to her.
People don't like helping anymore. They'd rather call me names. But at least you cared enough to put it in there.
He was depressed.
As weeks go by, Punky is desperate.
What up, Travis? What's poppin', brother? Doing the best I can. Holding on, boy. Holding on, boy.
To make matters worse, Punky learns the rumors about Gilbert are true. His best friend confesses to sleeping with Kelly.
Get off my property.
We heard from someone that Punky and Gilbert got into it. Well, They're fighting or bickering or something. So I went home and I was like, what's going on with you, Gilbert? He goes, it's none of your business. Because he's a punk.
Who the hell is Debbie?
I don't want to talk about it.
A class A child groomer. Who the fuck is Debbie? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So who the fuck are you?
Despite Kelly's infidelity,
Good, I'm glad to hear it.
But first, he needs
We don't even know what you're talking about. We don't know nobody named Debbie, so get out.
Don't call her that. Don't call her that. That's what the pop can't break us to the kids. That way you bring her out and help her.
Punky takes his dad's advice and files for divorce. His lawyer tracks down Kelly and the kids in Arkansas.
The lawyer found her. Got her subpoenaed.
Faced with the threat of losing her kids in a divorce, Kelly has had a change of heart.
I know you are, Travis. Please be safe.
He said they want to reconcile. He's like,
Take me with you, shit.
What should I do?
I'm still cleaning up water. It's gonna take me till the weekend, probably get it all up.
Try not to argue so much with her.
Yup, memorial race, yup.
Suck up to her. Do whatever it takes to get her back. If you truly.
What up, Michelle?
I'll take care of everything. I'll do some trips.
Punky cancels the divorce proceedings, and they try to start fresh.
I don't think they ever got along really good after that, but they got back together.
Kelly tried to leave the relationship, and it's almost as if Punky forced her back. And so now she's living with him under duress, and she probably doesn't want to be there.
There are people who sometimes come back together and make it work for the kids for some time after a situation like that happens. But more often than not, it doesn't work. It's short-lived, if it happens at all.
So what's going to happen is they're going to probably fight. There's going to be a greater escalation, and it could lead to violence.
Perhaps to reduce the tension in their marriage, Punky and Kelly are spending more and more time with their new friends, Jerry and Tammy.
When Tammy and Jerry showed up in the picture.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess.
Punky was excited to have a new
Definitely.
Everybody, they were always over there hanging out.
But not everybody is taken with the couple. They're a questionable influence on Punky and Kelly's already shaky marriage.
When I first met him, Tammy opened the door, she's got the big, shiny black eye, and I'm like, I'm not gonna like this guy.
A lot of Punky's friends told him to stay away from him, he'll get out of trouble.
There's good reason to steer clear of Jerry Trussell.
You got my bagel, Albert?
He was running a chop shop here in Wichita. He was very knowledgeable on cars.
I'm gonna feed feed her the onions and give her all we got. That's it.
Tammy would tell us how abusive Jerry was and how scared she was of him. One time at the mechanic shop, that Jerry got so mad that he picked Tammy up and held her by her throat until she almost passed out, and then he dropped her on the floor. Because Jerry was a hothead, you really had to watch yourself around him, and he could hurt people.
But Punky either doesn't know about Jerry's past or doesn't care. And when in June 1997, Jerry and Tammy are evicted from their home in Wichita, Punky is there to bear.
That sounds stupid. That ain't gonna work.
Jerry
Nice try.
might be looking for another kind of hospitality.
Nope, that'll never work.
Punky was like, what the hell?
They got my number, trust me.
Food Saver makes fresher meals that bring friends and family together.
Give me that screenshot too.
And a full system ready to keep food freezer burn free. Save it, store it, and make it last up to 5 times longer with Food Saver.
New projects means new project managers. You need to hire, and indeed you do. When you sponsor a job,
I think the two they are looking for is T.O.
whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/hire and get started today.
I'm Samantha,
I'm Dan.
and we're going to be RV.
I'm just gonna wait for it to cool down just a little bit longer to go out there and cut that grass.
We pretty much paycheck to paycheck.
My favorite feature
Thank you, T.
is their sponsor.
Thank you, T. They're stupid, bro. Why don't you just leave me alone? That's what I don't understand. You guys wonder why I run my fucking mouth, because you just don't stop. I don't have no blood pressure medicine, so I'm not gonna give myself an opera today. No, not gonna happen. No.
With the seashore, into the city, or far from it. The experiences we never forget come from
There you go, be happy. I like that.
adventures. The choice is yours. Get 0.9% financing for 60 months on the all-new Wagoneer Series 2 and Series 3. It's going to schedule a test drive at a Wagoneer dealer near you. This part is never easy, but at least saving on your family's medication is. Prescription savings made easy. Another good reason to check good odds.
At Olive Garden, when we say never-ending first course, we mean never-ending. Never run out of buttery, freshly baked breadsticks. Never reach the bottom of your garden fresh salad bowl. Never get to the last spoonful of homemade soup. And it's always on us. Just don't forget, it's only your first course. Olive Garden, we're all family here. Nope.
Want him?
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker upper. Now he picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
Bouncy, the quicker picker upper.
We love our new apartment. Plenty of parking, big closet.
There's too much pressure in the bathroom.
Hey, good luck with the future in-laws tonight.
Don't overthink it.
But don't underthink it.
Don't talk about your cover band. Don't talk about your fantasy team.
Don't talk about your phone.
It would be great. We Skype on the phone and our renters and car insurance easy.
You do save a lot of money.
All right.
For bundling ladies,
I'm gonna smoke this cigarette and then get up and go cut grass.
It's just an old debt. You're gonna pay that. Until there's a good stay right. I warned you, I'm not always so nice. You can't get it. You're past. You're soon to be chief for
American Home Shield is a home service plan provider that helps cover the cost when parts of your home systems and appliances wear out. It can help relieve the stress and anxiety of unexpected breaks.
For a free quote, visit ahs.com.
Ditch the disposables and go sustainable with super leak-proof underwear. The most absorbent period undies ever. They're comfortable.
Let me see, you guys. Hold on.
Stop all that period waste and go leak-proof.
All right.
With 2 young kids, Kelly and Punky Harrod don't have much room at home, but they make space.
83 in Somerville. Bullshit. It's hotter than a bitch here.
Just been evicted from their rental. It's a tight squeeze.
It was Punky and Kelly and my grandkids, and then Tammy.
No, I did not hear about a pastor in Indiana. What happened with that, Pitbull?
Punky's pretty happy with the new arrangement. After all, he has good reason to feel generous.
He found out he was getting a job at Cessna. He was all excited.
The job couldn't come at a better time. Kelly is pregnant again. Everything in the young couple's life seems to be looking up, but it's not. Punky can't be sure the new baby is actually his.
I didn't think you were Punky, but that's... Here it goes. That's not my business.
Kelly has a history of infidelity, and the father could be any number of people, including the couple's new tenant. It seems Kelly is falling for the older man's charms.
Jerry thought that Kelly really loved him, and that he was going to be able to have Kelly.
This is one of those scenarios where I ask myself, what is Punky thinking? Their relationship is in crisis. Let's bring another guy in the household who she can possibly have an affair with.
There's all kinds of chaos in this household, and that usually does not bode well.
Can you bring me a popsicle, please?
The infidelity that appears to be occurring, and it appears to be a common thread going back to the beginning of Kelly and Punky's relationship.
It seems
All right, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. I'll be back tonight. I'll be back tonight in about an hour and a half. Deuces, everybody.
is already fragile, and things seem to be getting